I believe I'm at the final stretch of learning the handstand for 5 seconds, which is the goal because I believe that's capable in a month. But anyway, I am at like the final stretch of it, and I just want to get it done with. But that is the most excruciating part, is that the final part of it, like let me give you an example, an analogy. In a test, like you're about to finish, you're like 3 questions away, and then you get stuck on the second to last question. You go ahead and finish the last question, but you're still stuck on that last question. The second to last question, you're still stuck on it. That's what I'm at right now. It's like I want to get it done with so bad. I want to get it out of the way so I can focus back on other things. I can focus back on the channel. I can focus back on bulking. I can focus back on being more productive. I can focus more on school. I can whatever. But this is why do I believe we have final stretches? Why do I believe we have final stretches in life? That point of knowing that we're going to be there, that point of being almost there, like 5 seconds away from a race, or like half a second more and I'll be done with the handstand. Why do I believe we have these final stretches? Because if we didn't have the final stretches, it wouldn't be worthwhile. The final stretches are always the hardest part. For the handstand, in my analogy for the handstands, this is the hardest part. I know I can get one. I know I can get one for over 5 seconds. I have no doubt that I can get it for over 5 seconds. But the problem is, I haven't yet. The problem is, I can do a handstand for 3 seconds on average. I just need to get that final stretch before I can get to 5 seconds. So what? And like I asked before, why do I think we need this? Why do I think we need the final stretch of? And the final stretch is always the worst part. Like in the beginning, learning the handstand is easy. Oh, go against the wall and do this with your hands. Scrunch your hands. Keep your arms straight. Keep your body aligned. Yeah, I understand all of this. I apply it, yada, yada, yada. In the beginning, it's hard, but it's malleable. I can change it. But at the final stretch, it's the hardest part of the entire thing. The hardest part. Because you've done it before. You're capable of holding a handstand. Or any endeavor. You're capable of doing the thing. You're capable of doing the handstand. You're capable of solving the math problem on the test. But it's just the hardest part, the hardest question. And we need this in order to grow. We need the final stretch because, like I said before, it's the hardest part of the journey. We need that final stretch in order for us to be anew, for us to learn the lesson that nothing is for free. Nothing is like this. Nothing is a snap. Everything takes time. You need patience. You need patience. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm an impatient person. Anytime I fail at a handstand, I get mad. Anytime. Bro, okay. It was yesterday. I was doing handstands in my garage. Or 2 days ago. And 20 minutes straight, I could not get one over 3 seconds. I was so freaking mad. So freaking mad, bro. You don't even understand. Like, I was capable of doing it. I knew I could have held the handstand before. I did it before for over 4 seconds. But the problem is, like, this time I just couldn't. So you need all of this struggle, because if you don't go through the struggle, then you're not going to grow. If you don't go through the hardships, then you aren't going to be anew. You aren't going to be reborn. If you don't go through all of this, you're not going to learn anything. So what's the point? And the final stretch That's like I said before, it's the hardest part. And when you're almost there, feels like the longest part. Feels like the longest part of the entire journey, because you know you're capable of doing it. You know you can do the handstand. It's just the hardest part. And this is what makes it worthwhile. This is what makes learning the handstand or anything worthwhile. The final stretch to it, which is the hardest part, that's what makes it worthwhile. Look, if everyone had a six-pack, it wouldn't be special anymore. If everyone had abs wouldn't be special anymore, because everyone has them. The reason why abs and building muscle is so big, the reason it's such a big phenomenon is because not a lot of people have the muscle. Most people are fat nowadays. Most people are skinny fat. Most people are just skinny. So that's right. That's why having a big aesthetic physique, or at least a physique that looks muscular with good muscle mass, the reason why having abs is such a good thing, the reason why having abs is so important or so looked up to, the reason why having abs is so looked up to is because it took time, it took effort, it took discomfort, pain, suffering. That's the entire reason why it's so valued. So translate this into the final stretch. The final stretch is the hardest part, feels like the longest, and this is the most valued part of your time learning that skill. This is the most valued time learning anything, because it feels like the hardest thing, feels like the longest period of time ever. But that's why it's so valued. And I guarantee you, within a week, 2 weeks, I'll get a handstand at least over 5 seconds. If I don't, hopefully at least 5 seconds. So yeah. If this video helped you in any way, please like, subscribe, so you can see me walk in circles more and more. And as always, Melly Silly.